What is going on? It is December 1st, 5:05 p.m. I just got back from doing some stuff. I actually just got back from Florida as well. We took a little trip. I think we left Tuesday. We left Tuesday and came back today. But dude, it was supposed to be a 16-hour drive. It became a 20 or a 14-hour drive. It became a 22-hour drive. But yeah, it was a good trip. We got to spend some time with family. It was a good time. It was a good time. We went to Universal, the City Walk Universal, and then Disney Springs. Disney Springs was kind of cheeks, but Universal was pretty cool actually. Um, but yeah, I just hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I just want to come on here basically talk about finding some time to do something because I feel like a lot of time we get caught up in the real world and we just want to like brain rot after we're done with those real world things. But we have so much more time to be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish, but we have to actually put the effort in. Because I realized a lot of people they're given 50 to 70% when you should be giving 100% to what you want to be doing because and 100% looks different for everyone. 100% could be you're able to give 100% the first day, 30% the next day, 50% the next day, and but you're still showing up, you know what I mean? So just being able to put your 100% effort in every single day, no matter if it is 10% to 100%, you're putting in the effort every day to become a little closer to who you want to become. You know what I mean? And I feel like the first thing you really need to talk about is the guilt you feel when you're not working and why it's not yours to carry. Because I feel like a lot of the time society has created these stigmas on you need to be working all the time, you need to be grinding, hustling all the time. But then people take that and they put it in the wrong way. Like you should be grinding all the time for a reason. There shouldn't be a unnecessary grind because that's when burnout happens and that's when you just like kind of let go of what you actually want to do and like what your ambitions actually are. But and when I say it's not yours to carry, like the weight of the guilt when you're not working isn't yours to carry because it's society's guilt that has become the reason why you're insecure about it. Because once again, society puts all this 9 to 5 overtime, 40 to 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week. Like it's always a go, go, go in the wrong direction. You're going for other people instead of going for yourself. Because you'll get this job, maybe a corporate job or a 9 to 5 job, and you'll get it and you realize you're there for 8 to 10 hours a day and you're like, what did I do with my day? Then you go home and then you don't do anything. And then the week goes by and you're like, wow, I didn't do anything this whole week, but you worked 50 to 60 hours and gave your time to someone else when you could be giving your time to yourself, you know what I mean? And I know everyone has their own situations of I need to work, I need the money. But if you find something that you love and you're able to turn that into an income, then it's like you never work. Seriously, it's like you never work. Like you do it, and you get over it, and you might have worked 40 to 50, 60 hours while doing it, but it didn't feel like it. You were still able to go home, do more, do more, do more. You know what I mean? And I know everyone needs rest time, but rest time can come at like 9 o'clock, like 10 o'clock. 8 o'clock. You still have once you get off of work. If you get a 9 to 5, once you get off of work, you have at least 4 more hours of being able to do something. I know for me, after I get off of work, I love going out, working out, not going out, going to work out. I love working out after or before, but when it's leg day, I hate it. But today was leg day actually, but I didn't have work, so um. Sorry, I'm getting these text messages now. I should be putting my stuff on Do Not Disturb, and it's distracting me. It's on Do Not Disturb now. Okay, but the next topic actually is living for yourself versus living for approval. So basically the same thing. Like I don't know why I keep doing that. Like I put topics that kind of like resonate with each other already, which is I'll figure it out. But when you're living for someone else, like I just said, you get off your 9 to 5 and you realize you gave your 8 hours to someone else's, to making someone else's dream. And I realized too that you do need to be able to do that. I guess you could say it's like good karma because there needs to be a time in your life where you are giving to someone else's dream because there is going to be a day where someone else is giving their time to your dream. You know what I mean? So it goes hand in hand of like you give your time up right now and then someone else will give their time up to you sooner or later. But living for yourself versus approval, I feel like a lot of the time living for approval is doing what seems right to society and what seems right to the people around you, which kind of screws you because then you realize that the people who you're trying to approve don't believe the same things that you believe. So why does their opinion and approval mean anything? So really, like, excuse me, I drink a Sprite cranberry. And literally, anytime I drink a Sprite cranberry, I just think of LeBron's voice saying Sprite cranberry. You want a Sprite cranberry? But yeah, because like when you live for yourself, now you have a job that you like. It's not just for the pay. It's not just for the title of it. You have a job that you like. Then after that job, you're actually able to create and to work on your mental, your physical, or your spiritual. You're able to do those things after, and you're able to attract the things that you want in your life, and everything really does fall in your lap. Once you give 100% into what you really want, it's going to fall into your lap. You just have to be able to consistently give that 100%, no matter what the 100% looks like. You just have to stay consistent with it. And when you're living for approval, those things do not happen. Everything else feels harder. It all becomes harder because you're living for something outside of yourself. You know what I mean? And like I was saying too, you always have 10 minutes. The myth of I don't have time. Okay, so I want to break the math down here. Okay. So you wake up and let's say you wake up at 7 o'clock and you don't gotta be at work till 2 o'clock. I mean 9 o'clock. And you have an hour and a half to start your day the way you want to start it. So for me, I like to start my day, get up, take a poop, go in the shower. While I'm in the shower and brush my teeth, then wake up, get out of there, get dressed, make some breakfast. Then I got a 30-minute drive, usually 30 to an hour minute drive, 30 to an hour minute, 30 to a 60-minute drive. So I try and leave a little earlier, obviously. But I've started to create, like I started to write down my ideas in the morning for my podcast and like journal and stuff and try to read a little bit. It's harder for me to read in the morning, but I try to. Then you got 8 hours at work. So you wake up at 7, you got an hour and a half to yourself. Well, obviously you gotta get ready. So let's say 45 minutes to yourself. Then get to work, and then now you're there for 8 hours. So then you wake 7 to 5. So that's 10 hours. So that's 10 hours of your day. Then you get off of work, and now you have 4 more hours until you rest. 4 to 3 hours. So you still have so much more time to be able to go do more. But once again, when you're living for validation and approval from people, you're gonna feel drained after because you've been putting up this face the whole time. You know what I mean? So you have to live for yourself because that's where the success comes from. That's where the positivity and the magnetization of everything that you want in your life comes to you because you're showing the universe that you are living for yourself and that you're doing it for your own being and your spiritual being. And religion teaches you, oh, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do anything. Just get through life. Just get through life, and then at the end, everything's gonna be okay. But you can make your heaven on earth if you are willing to put the work in. And that's what deeper conversation we don't got to talk about. We can talk about another time. I do want to know if there is someone out there, if literally just one person, if one person comments something about like wanting to talk about religion, I promise you I will make I'll make a mean ass video about that because I have been pondering that for so long as a kid, everything as a kid. So just one person. All I need is one comment to talk about that, and I'm on it right away. I promise you. Um, but a lot of people get caught in the fear of slowing down as well, and why a lot of people do stay busy on purpose. Because I feel like once again, a lot of people live for the validation. So when they're not validated within themselves, that's when they're always trying to stay busy and always feeling like they don't have time because they don't have time. They don't give themselves time. Like really think about if you're able to slow down and actually relax, now your brain's turned on. Yeah, your brain's turned on for like work and you're present for work and everything, but it's actually like it's talking to itself now. And a lot of people are too scared to talk to themselves because they know they have to face those internal battles that are within, you know what I mean? So just remember that you can take a step back and get into your head. Yes, it is going to be, it is such an uncomfortable thing to like have to question yourself all the time and ponder so much. But at the end of it, it is so freeing because you're actually able to come to a conclusion. You're not just always go, 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 not thinking about yourself and then going to think about everything else that you need to do and everyone else that you're trying to please. You can actually sit back and take time for yourself because this is your life. How are you going to be a side character in your own life? How are you a side character in your own main story? What type of. I think that's why I love Spider Man so much because Spider Man teaches people no matter who you are, under the mask you put on, you can be whatever you want, but people are too scared to show their face because once you put the mask on, there's no worry for judgment or anything because no one knows who you are. But once you take that mask off and you show you're Peter Parker just like everyone else, that's when you start getting judged and you start worrying about the opinions of other people because now they can put a face to who's making the action. But once you start not caring and you're able to be that Peter Parker and Spider-Man at the same time, dude, not even at the same time either, being able to know when to switch off and on because yeah, Peter Parker might study all the time and have really good grades in school, but he's still like going out with his friends obviously when he's not having to save the world, but when he's able to go out with his friends and spend time with his family and still be able to do it while still protecting the world. Do you get that? Do you get that or is it just me? Spider-Man is literally saving the world. All you have to do, all in reality, all you have to do is save your own world, and then you'll be able to save everyone else's world around you. Not everyone else's, but the people who care for you and are willing to make the change to better their life, you will be able to do it with them. So if you're able to save your life first, you can save so many other people's lives. Even if it's just one person, that's all that matters because you were able to influence one person to become a little better. And why people stay busy on purpose? Because once again, their brains are able to talk to themselves when they're not. So that's why when you think about when you always see that person who's always with someone, always on their phone, always talking to someone on the phone, FaceTime, social media scrolling, just always, always, always doing something and not letting themselves rest. What you running from, my boy? What are you running from? You running from yourself? Are you running from yourself or are you running from the opinions that you've listened to your whole life? What are you running from? But ooh, and the pressure to be the responsible one in the family, man, this one's rough because my family is a peculiar group of people, and I don't mean that in a rude way, but they're a peculiar group of people, and it's so easy for me to get caught up in doing the same things that they're doing because it's all around me. But the pressure that does come with being that responsible one is rough because then once again you're getting the backlash of your friends, and your family. Oh, you're never around. Oh, you're always doing this. You're always doing that, but you never care about us. All that type of stuff. But think about what they're doing. I've realized a lot of people don't value their time, so they think that you don't value your time, and you know, you know. So when people do that, especially when it's family, it irks me the most because they think that, oh, I was just waiting around for you this whole day, like to be able to come hang out. No, I was, I had plans throughout the whole day, and I was able to squeeze you in. I was able to get you into my schedule as well, and you were free as well because obviously you don't care about your time. But I was able to squeeze you in, and now we're doing nothing. We're doing nothing. Do you understand what I could do with this extra 2, 3 hours, 4 hours in my day? Yeah, I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, the pressure that comes with that is it's a hard one. A lot of people can't carry. But I've realized that no matter the pressure that I do have upon me, I will carry it, no matter what it is, and carry it to my best ability. Because there's a lot of times where people carry but carry for the wrong reasons. They carry other people's weights. When I'm talking about I'm going to be carrying me and my family's weight and my loved ones around me. That's the weight I'm going to be carrying, not these people who don't care at all. You know what I mean? Or these people who don't even care for themselves to carry their own pack. I'm going to carry my pack no matter what, as long as it makes sense to me. If it does not give me any benefit in my life, why would I carry it? If it's always draining, 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 why would I carry it? You know what I mean? Um, Creating a life around your values, not other people's needs. Ooh! Basically, living for yourself instead of living for approval. Same thing. Once you start creating a life around your own values and you're able to shape your own values, and I think that's why another reason why people don't like slow down is because they're always trying to find someone else's needs and trying to help them because they can't help themselves sometimes. And even I talked about the goldfish thing in my last podcast. People are in that bubble and in that little tank and they think that they are stuck in that. So they have to continuously let me look for someone else to help. Let me look for someone else to help instead of let me help myself. You know what I mean? And it 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 blows my mind. Like I've been saying this a lot where I don't get why, but I understand. You know what I mean? No, I don't understand, but I get why. Because it's like I don't understand how you can keep doing that, but I was doing that at 1.2, so I understand. You know what I mean? But but then I see people older than me doing the same thing, and I'm like, how have you not come to this conclusion? But that's once again because they're keeping themselves busy. When you keep yourself busy, there's no opportunity to be able to sit down and think about what your values are. You're walking around all day trying to help other people and sometimes not even help other people, just trying to pass time by to get to the next day instead of actually trying to help yourself or help someone around you that actually needs it, not just wanting it because it makes it easier for their life, but actually who needs it. That's what matters, not other people's needs. Because when you're chasing other people's needs all the time, you're gonna find out that those people do not show appreciation for it at all. That you see, you continuously be there for them, continuously be there for them, and now it's a norm to them. Now they think that, oh yeah, they're gonna be there whenever I need them. Like if I need them, I just gotta reach my hand back and they'll be there. But they forget that you have your own life going as well. So I really say if you don't take anything from this video, I would say take this one thing away. Be able to slow down a little bit in your life that you have going on and be able to create your own values that you will hold for life. Because when you create those values, there's no going back. There's nothing because now you get to the point of okay, I know what my values are, and you see those values aren't met. These people are getting the situation I'm getting out of. The people that are around me, they're getting out of here. The anything that I do not want in my life or that serves a purpose in my life is getting out of here because it does not serve me in my own story. It if if you were to continuously try and like if you were to continuously try and gain approval from other people, you're never going to gain the approval from yourself ever. Because you got to remember that these people who you are trying to gain the approval from, they don't see you 24/7. They do not know who you actually are. They just have a perception of you for where they met you, where you guys see each other, how you guys interact. Like that's the only time they ever see you. You got to remember that they don't know your thought process. They don't know what you do on your alone time. They don't know what you do when no one else is looking. They don't know. So when you're chasing their approval could be they could have a whole different perspective of you than who you really are because they only see you in that small time. They don't. Okay, think about like when you're hanging out with your friends. You hang out with your friends and yeah, you might talk about like work and everything, but you guys don't I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'm not talking to my friends a lot about what I'm actually doing, which I do want to change because I want to be able to like bounce back and forth with each other and like get that motivation, but I'm just not around those type of people right now. A lot of my friends are like they're not living at home anymore, so they're like in school or they working all the time and they're always staying busy, so like we're not able to do it as much. But but I do want to make that a little better and that's why I want to find like I want to be able to find the I guess you could say find the time to be able to hang out with my friends. So I gotta take my own lesson. Um, but breaking free from I think I finished that. Oh, what else? Did I have anything else about that? I don't think so. Breaking free from the 9 to 5 mindset, even when you're still working one. So like the waking up, going straight to work, and I would recommend you guys wake up at least an hour and a half before you have to go anywhere. I'd say even 2 hours, but that's just me. Wake up and see how like different your day feels versus waking up and having to rush 30 minutes and then like go straight to work. Like really do take a more time to start your day the way you want them because when you don't, that's when you're feeding into other people's needs. When you're going to that 9 to 5 job, you're rushing yourself to be able to be there for someone else instead of starting your day the way you want to start it and then going to help. You know what I mean? Um but yeah, just breaking that and then even after like after you get off of work, do something else, like actually accomplish something, not just working the 9 to 5. And I know it's hard. I know it is hard to like I know it's hard to do stuff after work, but everything is hard. You have to choose what hard that you want to choose. Because there's a hard of discipline and at the end of it, you have something to show for it or there's a heart of always just floating through life and always just floating through. You're just living to live. That's a way heavier, way harder pain that you have to deal with when you're doing that. Because that's for the rest of your life. But if you're able to give up 5 years maybe to may even shorter if you're really giving 100%. If you're able to give 5 years or less to goal that you have, it is so fulfilling. I've seen it in front of my eyes. Like I've seen people give the time and effort of discipline and see how much better their lives are than other people. And I hate when people say, "Oh, no one's life is better than anyone else's." But when you're putting in the work to make your life better, what do you expect for your life to be if you're not putting in the time and effort to make it better? Like think about I saw a TikTok and I know it's just like it's just a TikTok, but this dude was like it was a funny one too. But this dude said, "Oh, people think that," or what did this guy say? He said, "Oh, the key to happiness is really meditating, getting in tune with your body." getting mentally stronger and spiritually stronger, but people are worried about just smoking vapes, cigarettes, and drinking beer and partying all the time, and they wonder why their lives are better than others. It's the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. When people are not looking, that's when it matters the most. So please, please, please. And your 20s aren't just for grinding, it's for becoming someone. Like for becoming who you want to be and setting those values. Because I feel like a lot of the time people miss that and they hop right into their 20s, either go to school or go to school and then get right into a career, or they just get a career and then just work that for the rest of their life instead of like finding who they are. You know what I mean? So just remember that yes, we're young and we're still learning ourselves. This isn't just for working. This is finding who you are and what you want in your life and what your values are for yourself and your future family that you have. You know what I mean? Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, my life goal is to become a good dad. Like that's my life goal. Like I want to have a big ass family. I want to have not the perfect wife, but the perfect wife for me. Dogs, cats, 3 kids. Could be more. 3 kids, big farmland. Like I'm not even a farmer right now, but I'm gonna have that farmland, so I don't gotta worry about having to feed off of the grocery store all the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, just take a deep breath, get in tune here, and in the spirit, get in tune with your mind, your spirit, your body, and everything's going to take itself from there. Everything is going to take, I promise you it is. Because the universe is going to see you're actually doing it, and it's going to see you have the formula. The formula is in place, and the equation is going to be fixed at the end. So please, just remember, good things are coming, good things are on the way. Good luck for the rest of your week, guys. You'll be seeing this on Tuesday. So, yeah. Happy Taco Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoy your hump day. Gonna crush Thursday, and the next thing you know, Friday's here, and you're off of work, and the weekend's here, my boy. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Good luck. Good things are coming. Good things are on the way.